the scene for you. You're sitting at work, you're pretending to be doing whatever crappy job it is you're supposed to be doing, and all of a sudden, a guy with great hair and a demon inside of him walks in and he says, "Would you like to play video games with me?" Like, who would say no to that? No one. That's who. And that's exactly what happens to some of our slaves. I mean, our coworkers on a daily basis here at Classic Game Room. I ask them to play video games with me and they do it. Because, like, who would say no to that? So I have to play this fighter, right? And I want to play multiplayer since it's a fighter. So I coerce. I ask my coworkers to come play. And you know what happened? Like, they played like 10 seconds of this crap before they were seriously like, you know what, man? I'm actually kind of busy. And then they went back to whatever crappy job they were pretending to be doing in the first place. I saw this happen with my own eyes. People would rather do work than play Heavy Nova. Not that I can blame them. I mean, who would say no to that? So this game was released in 1991, which is unfortunate because I think that means the statute of limitations has expired, which is unfortunate because I'd like to prosecute these developers with my fists. Forget Gamergate. Once Derekgate begins, no one will have worked on this game and lived. It'll be Redemption Gate. Fists of Furious Vengeance Gate. All right, that's too many gates. Point is, if this game were standing at my gate, I'd refuse to open it. And then I'd activate my gate's laser defense grid and melt Heavy Nova into a puddle of plastic and disappointment. I have a laser gate. Anyway, this is a fighter that's just incredibly f***ing stupid. There's some story about the future and robots. I don't know, I wasn't listening. But what it all comes down to is that this is a game about dolls. That's what the robots are called. It's f***ing Dollgate, this game. Which sounds like an actual scandal involving a really sick person. Which is fitting, because you'll be really sick after you play Heavy Nova. This is, future or otherwise, one of the worst 2D fighting games you will ever have played. This is like punishing yourself for the sins you've yet to commit. So in that way, it's like the opposite of a credit card, because you're paying now instead of later with this. In other ways, it's also exactly like a credit card, because it's a dangerous path that can ultimately ruin your life. That's Heavy Nova. Except that everywhere, you make bad decisions. So what's so bad about it? Well, how long do you have? Because we could be here all day with a question like that. Like, it's a fighter where you fight robots, but forget fighting, because these robots are so hilariously defective, they can barely move. And when they do, it's like they were designed at the Ministry of Silly Walks. Look at this, it's ridiculous. I mean, just getting to your opponent takes a pretty serious effort. You know who else takes a pretty serious effort for? Old people. These are robots based on old people. As bad as the controls are for walking, they're somehow even worse for jumping. Jumping in this game is just a crapshoot. You're never completely sure where you're gonna end up. The ground. That's all you know. Again, a lot like old people. You know the worst part? Like, it'd be one thing to have awful controls and bad jumping, which, by the way, you're invincible when you jump, so that kind of just breaks the game right from the start. That would all be one thing. But to take all of that stuff, and then to say, hey, you know, maybe we should also make people platform with all that stuff. Like, that's borderline insane, and believe me, I know something about insanity, borderline or otherwise. But that's what they did. Before every fight, you have to make your way through the worst side-scrolling levels that have ever side-scrolled and that I've ever... I mean, seriously, someone saw how terrible these controls work for a fighter, and they said, hey, maybe we should also make people platform with them. And I'd be uncontrollably angry with that person if I didn't also feel genuinely bad for that person. I hope they're in a better place now. That's the one positive thing that can come of all this. Look, I don't even know what to say about this crap anymore, you guys. This is just awful. Plays like crap, sounds like crap. And I mean, look, it's a game about robots that kill each other, and it doesn't even look cool. Like, how's that happen? This one looks like some kind of deformed acorn fetus. Like they had a blank sheet of paper to draw robots on, and that's what they came up with. Deformed acorn fetus. Actually, that sounds awesome. How do you screw up a deformed acorn fetus? See, it's one disappointment after another. It's Heavy Nova. People literally chose paperwork over this. Would you like to play video games with me?